But truly, what a pleasure and what a powerhouse Gaga is. She's incredible in the show.
I can't think of an artist right now of her caliber that would be so suited to the show. So it was like a match made in heaven, you know.
Wandinha Addams. É uma honra conhecer a salvadora de Nunca Mais.
Pode me dar um autógrafo?
Só assino meu nome com sangue.
Eu não espero menos que isso.
Eu nunca disse que era com meu próprio. Temos que montar armadilhas por aqui.
So even before season 2 premiered, you guys got renewed for a third season, which speaks to the show's success. How did you feel about this season's wrap-up? How did you feel when you read the scripts?
Well, it was very exciting coming back. You know, it had been quite the hiatus, not only for the audience, but for the actors as well. You know, I've had experience with TV in the past, and usually you move at a bit of a quicker pace. So I felt a little very, very grateful that the audience has been so patient with us. But more than anything, I was excited to kind of jump back into the story and continue what we had started. This season, we had a lot more trust from Netflix, so everything felt bigger and bolder and better. And, you know, a lot of characters are fleshed out more. We get to see Morticia more this season. You know, just a lot of great new additions to the cast as well. It just felt like a bit more of a spectacle this time around, and it was such a privilege to have that.
Yeah, and for me, it was like we had that little carrot being dangled in front of our noses. If I speak for Louise too, you know, who plays Gomez, is that in the first season we had such a joy to be part of this wonderful fanciful world of Wednesday, and then when Miles and Al and Tim zoomed me and said, "Oh, we'd like to, you know, incorporate Morticia and Gomez and the Addams family at large in season 2," I was just so stoked. I was really, really, really happy that you could really flush out and see behind the facade of Morticia in a way, which we don't necessarily see. We have this kind of preconception of who she is, but to see the vulnerabilities and the relationship go deeper with Wednesday is just magic for me.
Absolutely. Speaking of having more Morticia, you have so many musical moments. And as a particular fan of your work in Chicago and Rock of Ages, it was such a joy to see you go back to that. How was it for you to go back to your musical roots through Morticia's lens?
Oh, that was amazing because I got to have a little song, which was great, around the campfire, which to sing it as Morticia was wonderful. And I love the line they wrote just right after that was like, "I generally only sing at funerals," you know. And then I get to dance with Gomez in a really fanciful tango, and Louis worked so hard on that. And then Jenna and I get to do, you know, take our dueling emotions and emotional and verbal duels into a more, you know, athletic form as we do a dueling sword fight together. I think that goes down as one of my favorite things to do in a long time, because it brought back such great memories of Zorro, and then to do it as a mother-daughter, you know, and there was something very similar in our characters and our feistiness. Yes. It was wonderful.
And there's
wonderful
so smooth. It is a dance between the two, but it is just so sleek and gorgeous and very satisfying.
Very
I have to agree.
Yeah, it was really, really wonderful. And then when I saw it cut together, it was magic.
It was really lovely. It was one of my favorite scenes, particularly. So last season, we had that huge viral moment with your dance, and it led to Gaga edits and eventually Gaga herself being cast in the show. What was it like working with her, and can we expect another big viral moment from the rest of the season? Because I only got to watch 3 episodes, and I have to say it was not enough. I really wanted more.
Thank you. Yeah, what an unbelievable sequence of events. I think we're all still pinching ourselves that she joined, and, you know, it's just been such a harmonious union and experience so far. I don't know, I wouldn't want to put expectations or, you know, force anything on the audience. So if the audience happens to take something from this season and, you know, run rampant with it on the internet, that's fine. And if they don't, that's fine as well. We feel so lucky to have gotten away with the first one. But truly, what a pleasure and what a powerhouse Gaga is. She's incredible in the show.
I can't think of an artist right now of her caliber that would be so suited to the show. So it was like a match made in heaven, you know.
Absolutely.
And I think that even the crew, you know, when we knew that she was even in the vicinity, she'd like landed close by. It just gave the crew and us other actors. I mean, Jenna had a lot to do with her, but just us on the boundaries. It lifted our spirits, and it was really exciting. And like Jenna said, what a powerhouse of an artist, you know.
A diversão morre em mim.
Wandinha. Eu sei o que essas lágrimas significam. O que você viu?
A Enid morre e a culpa é minha.
Emma, I want to start with you. Enid is one of the most beloved characters in the show, and fans worry about her safety a lot. And I suspect they're going to be a little worried, particularly in the first half of the season. What was your reaction to her arc this year and the way this season wraps for her?
I was just taken on a roller coaster reading these scripts. Enid has a really fun journey this season, and I'm really excited for people to see it. I had a lot of fun getting to shoot all the stuff that was written for me. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Keep an eye out.
Joy, I wanted to ask you, you had some great scenes with Catherine. I wanted to ask if there was any moment that stuck out for you from behind the scenes and when you guys were working together.
Yeah, I just kind of keep harping about this one scene where Morticia's telling Bianca how proud she is. And that's a complicated moment for Bianca because obviously she's, you know, being deceitful or feeling like she has a lot of shame. But in that moment, I was also able to, as Joy, just kind of receive Catherine Zeta-Jones saying those words to me and pretending that, you know, it's just to me. But no, I mean, throughout it all, she's just such a light and such a generous performer and spirit. And it was just awesome to get to learn and work with her.
Absolutely. Emma, going back to you again, the show has a huge fandom and some of the fans are really into Winclair. But I was, so again, I suspect they're going to be really intense about their dynamic this season. So what can they expect from their relationship? And what do you think from that part of the fandom that supports this friendship so much?
Well, they definitely have a very cool dynamic this season. I think there's a certain level of unspoken understanding between them, certain level of comfort. I think they both understand each other on a deeper level. Yeah, they go on some interesting adventures this season. Quite the dynamic duo. And it's been really, really fun to get to do that with Jenna. So yeah, I'm excited for people to see, especially the second half of the season. People will be happy with that one.
Lovely. I had the chance to ask Jenna and Catherine about Gaga's participation in this show. Now, you guys had such a viral moment with her song, and then it led to her being cast in the show. Did you guys have the opportunity to work with her?
I don't want to say anything.
You'll have to wait till part 2.
You have to wait till part 2.
No.
But
okay.
She is a lovely, lovely woman.
Okay, great.
So excited to have her in the show.
So I'm going to give you my final question. Given the amount of edits that you guys get online and how Bloody Mary was such a huge moment, if you guys could choose one song for each of your characters to have like a huge moment online, which one would you choose and why?
That's a good question.
Oh, thank you. Love to hear that.
Maybe I would do any like Luna song. I feel like would make a good Enid edit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll say any of their music. Yeah.
Great. What about you, Joy?
I'm trying to think of like Bianca just feels very poppy to me, but also very power driven. So I'd probably say like the Doechii.
Ooh, love that. Absolutely. Great choice.
Eu não vou deixar a história se repetir.
Quanto antes eu tiver respostas, mais cedo poderei salvar a Enid. Ou morrer tentando.
O que foi que aconteceu? A Wandinha aconteceu.
Bravo!